this is how you can advertise hotels much more cost effectively and reducing all of the advertising costs to barely anything. So one other example for hotels, how they can advertise themselves is of course through search channels. So if someone is going on a holiday or looking for a hotel, they'll be searching for best, let's say, boutique hotel in Wales. And they will, of course, get a lot of recommendations. Mr. and Mrs. Smith come up first, other places. And if we search for the same thing in the new search channels, like ChatGPT has just become a new search channel, best boutique hotels in that channel, as you can see, it's performing a web search. And it's treating this as like a web search prompt. And AI is synthesizing the search results. But basically, the results are starting to appear as well. And what happens as well is the results will include also backlinks to the websites. So it's basically a new search channel. So we can see the sources. Sources are now included. Boutique hotels, booking.com. If we continue scrolling, the map is included now as well, so you can start to appear on the map. So basically you can appear in search channels, and just looking at what Mr. and Mrs. Smith is doing, they have of course with lots of amazing content that's also curated according to topics that are searched the most, with beautiful photos, information, and the rest. So looking a little bit deeper at how they're doing it, we're seeing that they receive around 1.8 million visitors a month. And we see that their average page visit per search is 5, which is really high. And people spend around 2 seconds on the page, which is also considered quite high. So, which means that the website is quite engaging. As you can see, engagement overview. And that's all that matters. If the content is great and you're creating engaging content, people are staying, people are clicking around, you're gonna do well in all of the search channels. So just looking at their main organic channels. So of course, organic search through Google, Bing, ChatGPT is number 1, followed by paid search. Paid search is number 2. And then referrals is number 3. Number 4 is socials. And only lastly, there's a bit of display ads. So as you can see, organic channels with a bit of paid search dominate. And we can sort of look at what they're doing that is driving such results. So top referring websites, you can see number 1 is Boring Cash Cow, and the second one is ChatGPT. So majority of their recommendations in place 2 for free come from ChatGPT. And then we can see top organic sites, no surprise there, Google is number 1. Then we see a bunch of social channels. Number 3 is Facebook. Pinterest is number 4. Again, free channels where you can advertise yourself. And looking at their exact socials, we see that WhatsApp is number 1 social channel. So they probably have lots of communities. Then Twitter, and then Instagram, followed by LinkedIn. So again, most of these channels are free to use, so you can target them organically. I'm a bit surprised that we're not seeing YouTube. We usually see a lot of YouTube as well. And so now, how can you do this for yourself? How could this work for you? So what you want to do first is understand what are the topics that are actually trending in your sector. And you can do that by, analyzing it, of course, with all kinds of tools, but or professionals. But for example, if we look for weekend breaks, boutique hotels, romantic getaways, weekend breaks is by far the most popularity score throughout the year, with a little bit of a dip around January. And we see that those searches reach around 380,000 searches per month, which usually ends up with in 1,200 warm leads per month, because the searches happen all the time, day and night. You can catch a whale, you can catch small fish from search. And if we zoom in a bit more into which topics exactly are highly searched, so weekend breaks, romantic getaways, cheap weekend breaks under 100, and they receive like a lot of volume, like 3,000, 16,000, 23,000 searches. But the keyword competition is low, like 16 out of 100, 3 out of 100, which means that no one is covering this content very well with lots of good content. So you could do that. Other things you can consider is clicks per search, meaning that which topics are more engaging, people tend to click more. So 70s weekend breaks from Bristol Airport, Chester Boutique Hotels, Murder Mystery Weekend Break. There's lots of good engaging topics you could target. Volumes are slightly lower, but click-through keyword competition is low as well. And of course, lastly, you can look at cost per click topics that are quite expensive if you have them as ads, but you can create really engaging topics organically, like with content landing pages. So you can cover these topics. There would be quite expensive as ads, but there's virtually not a lot of competition online organically in this target country anyway. So yeah, the topics can help guide you to what you need to publish on and cover, and then looking at what is working, what others competitors are doing. They are kind of following exactly that formula, like creating destination New York hotels, destination California, Caribbean hotels. Other competitors are, when is the best time to travel, where to stay in Tokyo, best time to go to Costa Rica. So they're doing all of those covering long tail topics to drive high amount of visitors per page. So for example, this one page receives 4,000 visitors. That's quite high. And this page receives 3,000 visitors, and they have a bunch of these pages, like maybe 1,000. So that's how this whole traffic valuation is built up organically. So completely organically. But yeah, those are the few ideas of what could work for you. And you can apply some of these and make sure you can tailor great content, much like Mr. Smith does, and reach out to us for more tips and help. We have a platform that helps to do that and basically automates a lot of that content creation for you and is completely SEO compliant as well. So you can use tools that are fully helping to get yourself out in the markets much faster. And yeah, have good coverage as well. So reach out if you need more help. And yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of niche you're working with.